This is an audio test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. So this was a video that I actually recorded on Saturday, but I ended up having some audio issues. I'm still trying to figure out this whole YouTubing, streaming thing. So essentially, I plugged everything in, I got everything going on Twitch stream, and instead of doing what I should do, as a good editor should, instead of previewing my recording, make sure everything was going smoothly, I did not. And so when I went to record my audio, or excuse me, not necessarily recording, but when I was playing the game, I started hearing my own voice come through the Twitch stream because I had it going while I was just making sure that it was working. I just muted my keyboard. But unfortunately, what happened, instead of muting the audio through my computer, it still kept recording. What I should have done was mute it in the stream or just close the stream altogether, which I did not do. So when it came time to upload the video to Twitch and then switch it over to YouTube, that I had like 2 or 3 channels of audio going at the same time. It was my really super annoying voice overlapped with my really super annoying voice about 7 seconds later throughout the entire video. And I don't know why, but I feel like I heard myself for a third time. And trust me, you don't want to hear 3 of me at once. But anywho, so again, I'm still figuring some things out. I'm still figuring out how to work the YouTubes and the Twitches and making my video editing program work. I'm looking into a program called Camtasia. If any of you folks know anything about that program, let me know. Comment on my video or in my discussion board. Tell me what you think about that. Or you can hit me up on Reddit, my Twitter, whatever you want to do. If anybody uses Camtasia, let me know what you think, because I think part of my problem is I'm trying to record videos on Twitch, and then I'm trying to upload them to YouTube, and then it ends up like not working. I can't drag it to my video editor when I just straight up record it instead of stream it. And then I have to download a converter, and then the converter messes with the quality, and I don't know what the quality I want to select. Right now I'm using XSplit Gamecaster, although I'm going to switch to XSplit Broadcaster and see how that goes. And then I'm trying to edit in Sony Vegas 9. Now, again, the issue I'm having is I'm trying to pull the videos over and edit them, but it's not working out as smoothly as I hoped it would. For some reason, I can't just drag and drop the files that I record from my recording programs into Sony Vegas. I have to run it through a converter into a different format, and then I run into issues with I don't know what quality I want to try. So essentially, I'm looking at Camtasia. It's $300. I'm kind of iffy on that price point, but I was looking online. Apparently, I could maybe buy it through a college for like $180. But the reason why I'm looking at this program is because it records. It records the screen, so it does the capturing, but it is also an editor. So I could stream, capture, upload, yada yada yada, and also edit my videos all in one program, which is kind of what I would like to do. So if anybody has any tips or pointers, I'm working with free programs right now. I'm okay with buying a program in the future if it improves my quality here. So anyways, on to the gameplay. So again, I'm flying out the F6F Hellcat. I love this plane. I really love flying this plane. There are 2 planes that I fly a lot in this game, and that would be the F6F Hellcat and the BF-109 G2 Tropical. Now, I'm on Sicily here, and I'm kind of flying around, playing Americans, obviously, and I start to dive down to help out that plane who was being attacked by 2 Focke-Wulfs, but I would have left myself exposed to these 2 Focke-Wulfs at once. So what I do is I get into an engagement with this guy. I roll to let him pass. Don't go head on with Germans. Just save yourself the headache. Don't do it. You will die. Uh, in a Hellcat, you're a little more maneuverable than the German fighters. So as you can see, I outmaneuver this Focke-Wulf, but here's a trick that the German players can do to get a Hellcat off their tail. If they just get their nose up after they zoom and use their energy to climb a bit more, the Hellcat will have a hard time catching them. See, instead, this guy decided to fight me a little more level, and I fire off a couple of bursts there. I missed on the first pass as well, but he missed as well, and I shook him off my tail. Now, in level flight, the Focke-Wulf will outrun the Hellcat, of course. The Hellcat has the best power in a dive. That's not saying that it's bad at climbing or level flight, but it has really good compressors for diving. So here in level flight, as you can see, the Focke-Wulf is pulling away from me. Their engines are just a little more powerful. So what I do here is it's like, okay, he pulled, he got separation, cool. And I turn off to the side to try to bait him to come back at me. And sure enough, it worked. Now here's the thing. German players, it's better to turn into a target if you're 2 kilometers away. If you're less than that, you're going to have a hard time getting on target. Oh man, I just barely missed that guy. Whoo! You'll have a hard time getting your guns on target if you're not at least 2 kilometers away from anything, really. It just takes that long to turn around. Now, what happened here was I'm dogfighting this guy. I'm dealing with him, and another Focke-Wulf comes in. Now, here's the problem. That guy is at a better energy state than I am. And he's coming from higher altitude, so he's got speed, he's got energy, and I bled all mine dogfighting this Focke-Wulf. Fortunately, the other Focke-Wulf bled his energy too when he was dogfighting me, but it's a 2-on-1 situation now. I have no backup. I'm fighting all by myself. My team is either on the deck or dead. So I do the only thing I can do, which is run to the base. This isn't necessarily a delaying tactic. This is just when you're an American player and you find yourself to be the last of 3 people on the team and you're by yourself, this is all you can do. So I decided to set it up where instead of fighting one person on one side and one on the other, I try to organize it so that way they're both behind me. And it ends up working out. I'm doing my best here to keep track of both targets. They dove on me, they took a pass, they fired off shots, I rolled to the right and down, and they both missed. And now we're in a turning battle, which I will win. But the problem is there are 2 of them. You got to keep moving. You got to keep your head on a swivel. Don't lose sight of one of them for as long as possible. As you can see, one of them got his guns on target and kind of nicked me, but I think it was just a little 7.7 that hit me. I managed to get a hit on one of the Focke-Wulfs, but I'm still swiveling around. Where's that other guy? Where is he? I always think for a moment he's on my tail. I get my nose up. This Focke-Wulf's got his energy down. Boom, set him on fire. I roll out of the way because I know that Focke-Wulf's right on my tail, and sure enough, there he is. Pew, pew, pew. He gets a little nick with a 7.7. I think he hit my engine cowling there. And bam, there's aircraft destroyed. The guy I set on fire, he popped. So now I'm on 1-on-1 engagement. This is where I want to be. The Focke-Wulf will overshoot you in a situation like this. I kept rolling. He kept rolling. It's dangerous to fight a Focke-Wulf in a rolling battle because the Focke-Wulf has probably the best. Please let me know if there's a better fighter that has a better roll rate. But the Focke-Wulf's got the most amazing roll rate that I've seen of any plane in this game. So if you're rolling with a Focke-Wulf, watch out because he will outroll you and get his guns on target faster than you think he can. So what happened here, his buddy's dead. He realized that I'm a little bit more to chew on than he could think. So he starts to run. Badger here comes out of nowhere and dives on this Focke-Wulf. He missed his pass, but what he did was he made the Focke-Wulf bleed energy, which allowed me to catch up. I fire off a burst, I get a hit. I don't know if I hit anything critical, but this Focke-Wulf just goes right into the ground. Bam, there he goes. I'm not sure if Badger nicked his wing there, but I got the kill for that. _Badger, you're the man. Thank you for assisting me with that right there. Dealing with those 2 Focke-Wulfs was really rough. He compliments me on taking on 2 planes on 1. I compliment him for the assist. That Focke-Wulf would have gotten away from me if he had not come in to help. I was totally confident and fine Well, not really. I'm lying to myself there. I was totally scared, guys. 2 Focke-Wulfs on my butt, 20 millimeter bullets everywhere. But I've become a lot more confident flying in the Hellcat in realistic battles. Checking out the scoreboard there's 3 of us, there's 4 of them. At this point, there's 2 fighters in the air that I can see from this vantage point. At first there was a DO-217 and I think an ME-410 somewhere in this battle, and I think those were the other 2 targets on the enemy team that I did not see at this point. So this P-47 is doing what he can only do, which is run away from this Focke-Wulf and this 109. The P-47, it can fly like the Hellcat, but it's a heavier plane, does not turn nearly as well. On a one-on-one dogfight, if a P-47 gets behind a 109, it can usually sit there and tear them apart, and vice versa with a Focke-Wulf and a 109 versus a P-47. You can just sit behind a P-47 and rip it to shreds. And I went for not necessarily a head-on right there, but the Focke-Wulf went on a head-on with a spit, and I thought I could get my guns up and hit the undercarriage of the Focke-Wulf. But at the last second, that snappy roll rate that the Focke-Wulfs have, he rolled over, he fired a burst, I didn't get out of the way in time, and a lucky 20 mil round went right through my wingtip. So it shredded it off. I'm trying to wobble, trying to see if I have any control left, but that's a negative. I bail my pilot out, and my plane goes down. So he got hit pretty hard by Badger. Badger scared him off, and now he's going back to help our P-47. I actually bounced out of this battle shortly after that. But hey, Badger, if you end up watching this, buddy, I'll shoot you an invite on Facebook. Thank you for your assist there. I always sometimes there's those unsung heroes in War Thunder where they didn't get the highest score, they didn't get kills, but maybe they got those 1 or 2 assists that kind of made the difference, or maybe they forced an enemy into a stall climb that allowed somebody else to swoop in and snag the kill, or maybe they just swooped in and distracted somebody for just that right moment for the player who was in trouble to just snap around and just blast them. So thank you to the unsung heroes out there, _Badger. You the man. Thank you for helping out with this battle. I'm going to keep trying to figure out all my settings here. And yeah, for now, you guys, just I'm trying to come up with some kind of theme or something. I don't even know. Oh, that 109 got pounded by the airfield OP. Stellinium OP. Stellinium AA is OP. Comrade. I'm trying to come up with a catchphrase or something stupid like that. Like how everyone does it. I watch a guy called More Console, who does Destiny videos, and he's like, "Dee until next time," and it's so corny, but I love it, and I think I might want to come up with some kind of corny little outro like that as well. But for now, I just want to say, guys, get out there and do something you love, or stay in or do something you love. Just try not to stress, live life, be good, and I'll catch you next time.